Hello everyone, my name is Haley Shaith and I am your Virginia TSA historian. Welcome to the first episode of the Virginia TSA podcast. Today's episode is called Advice for New Chapters and Advisors, and our guest for today is my very own advisor, Mr. Penton. He joined TSA in 2022, and from then on we have built a wonderful chapter at J.R. Tucker High School. So, Mr. Penton, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Thank you, Haley. I'm Mr. Penton. I've been the TSA advisor at the J.R. Tucker chapter for about 3 years now. And, we're kind of a modest chapter. I didn't really know what it's doing, but, we've gone to states now, so we make it a regular thing. So hopefully we can go to nationals one year. I don't know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So thank you for introducing yourself. Now we're just going to move on to a bit of a Q&A session about various things. So first off, what challenges did you face starting out as a TSA advisor?
Sure. Well, I think one of the most obvious challenges for any new advisor is, what do you do? Right. And then I don't know if there's a handbook. I didn't get one. So a lot of this is I'm trusting the kids who... there's always a disparity between their expectations and yours because a lot of these kids, especially Tucker, they come from middle school, right? And there's a lot of different middle schools with a lot of powerful TSA, active chapters. So they have expectations. So really, I think one of the biggest challenges is just like, where do we go from here? That's one of the strengths of TSA is you kind of can do it however you want as long as you're meeting those like challenge benchmarks. But that's also its biggest challenge, I feel like, is you can do anything, so what do you do? And finding that direction, you have to do it organically. You have to try.
Right.
I think that's why we're finally coming into our own here at Tucker, is because we've made those mistakes. Yeah. And now we know how not to make those mistakes.
We definitely had a lot of ups and downs over the first few years, and I think we really had to do it like almost by hand in a way, not like we didn't have instructions like first you do this, second you do this. We kind of had to figure it out along the way, I feel like. So yeah, I did notice that.
At this point, we're like, we have more of those instructions just because we've been like archiving done, right? Like you guys are great about sort of like modifying what we've done the previous year. So every year we're just building on.
So what made you want to continue doing this as like kind of a side hobby, I guess?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a hobby.
Not a hobby, but...
Well, let's just put it this way. This is going to sound kind of selfish, but it was very difficult in those first years because I didn't really know how to meet the expectations of, let's be honest, a lot of kids, right? We have a pretty robust chapter. And I just thought, this is early in my teaching career, what if I just challenge myself? What if I could do it? What if I could go on an overnight field trip with, not that many kids at first, but if I could do that, then it would be easier every time.
Exactly.
Right? Because it starts out, it's so scary, but it's really it's only because you don't know really what to do.
Okay, so my next question for you is, do you have a memorable first year story?
That's easy because we didn't win much that first year, but what we did win was in the photographic technology, and I teach photo. Yeah. And it was one of my students who won the photo award. So I don't know if I was just being gaslit or something, but I think that victory was kind of a turning point for me because it was like, oh, this is we can actually do this.
Yeah, that made me very happy as well. Yeah.
That was great.
And I remember coming home from regionals that day, and I told my mom, well, we actually won something in TSA, and she was very impressed. And I know all of our friends and everything were very impressed as well.
It was great for my ego.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some tips for new advisors. So, what are the most common mistakes, do you think, and how can they be avoided?
Okay, so, I think a big mistake I made, well, it's hard to say it's a mistake. We talked a little bit about the psychology of being a new advisor and sort of the stress it involves. There are a lot of deadlines. In fact, I said earlier, you can kind of do this however you want. The one thing you can't do your way is the deadlines. You got to meet the deadlines, right? When I hadn't communicated with Billy Scott, our state advisor, before, I just saw it as this monster that was in my head rent-free, right? But really, Billy Scott's a great advisor. I've emailed him a couple times. He's cleared some stuff up for me. So you just have to know that you can communicate.
Exactly.
And the advisors in the area, know the advisors in your county and know the advisors in your region. And they're willing to help a great deal. So I think that big mistake is just when you get confronted with these deadlines to like kind of hesitate when it really it's like no one's gonna like kill you,
Yeah.
Way to put that. But like it's like they want you to succeed.
Yeah.
They're there for you.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think we've built a very strong TSA community throughout the state, throughout the region, and now at various schools. So I think it is.
Yeah, now that you're actually like behind the scenes, like you're on the state like council, like what's that like? Can you see like is everyone kind of like amped up?
Yeah,
I'm sorry if I'm like becoming the question.
No. Thank you for asking that.
Is it cool to see that? Like,
yeah, I loved like being able to see behind the scenes and like being able to like imagine what it was like in the past couple years. Like, oh, that's how they did that.
So does it like make sense more now? Like,
yeah, definitely.
That's really cool.
I can't wait to actually like carry out the actual event in May. It's gonna be a good one. So it's just planned
now.
Yeah.
You're gonna actually execute. Good. It's cool.
Okay, my next question is, how can advisors keep students motivated, especially when the chapters are small, which hits close to home for us, doesn't it?
Sure. I mean, in some sense, I think our chapter is
not small anymore.
We don't have a huge legacy.
Right.
But we have a lot of potential because we have tons of students who want to participate. I mean, I do think it's important to emphasize to student members that just competing is like a victory on its own. Because the thing is, you don't have to necessarily win a trophy to feel like you did something right. If you could just do better than you did last time, because really it's not just the end product, it's the process. Like you could do any part of that better. You could plan better, you can communicate better, you can render something that's cool at an end product better. So as long as you just can make a better memory than you made last year, then I think that's a victory on its own.
I think we're talking a little bit of beyond TSA now. This is just some life tips with Mr. Penton now.
TSA is not just trophies though, right?
Yeah, definitely. I agree. So my next question is, what do new advisors need to know in their first year of TSA?
Okay, great question. I would say it's important, honestly, just know your members.
Yeah.
Like personally, like get to know the kids and know what they're capable of and know what they want. Because remember, I keep saying you can kind of do this your own way. So like, especially at the high school level, I think a lot of TSA students already know what they expect, what they want. And a lot of them are already very ready to do that. Like I was kind of surprised, like, I didn't know much about TSA going in, but you guys did. And you kind of took the reins, and I kind of honestly depend on you. I mean, our TSA is student run. It's student led. And I advise every advisor, I am an advisor, I advise advisors to try to get that started. I was going to say enforce, but it's not really enforce.
Yeah.
Get your students engaged in leading it themselves, because this is high school.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not, they're looking to you for guidance, but they're not looking to you for
definitely
the goals. Like, they have to make the goals.
Yeah.
They have to make the process. And I think the student members and the advisors are going to benefit from that, because the little bit of stress that I have doing all the paperwork and stuff like that is still nothing compared to if the students were looking at me like deer in headlights.
Do next?
Like, what's going on? Like, they're very driven, and it's very impressive. So I would definitely say collaborate with them, try to get them up to speed. So, because think about it also, they're going to graduate eventually.
True.
So your student members have to have a process that can become legacy, that can pass down. And then, like I said, this is just an accumulation. Every year you do this, okay? When you're at the 10-year, when you're at the 20-year mark, you're going to be so ready for that next year.
Yeah, and this question goes very hand in hand with the previous question of how advisors can keep the students motivated, because they have to have that relationship in order for the chapter to flourish.
Yeah.
So next, what resources helped you the most when starting?
I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's really, I don't want to call you guys resources, but the student members who are already familiar with how things work, really just tailoring their expectations toward, because your TSA chapter doesn't have to be like the TSA chapter they experienced before. But yeah, I would say the biggest resource is to just people. I mean, because really, at the end of the day, TSA is not a software. It's not an app. It's like it's a
organization.
Very, despite being entirely about technology, it is very analog.
Definitely.
Okay, we have to do it. So I would just say, be in constant, meaningful communication with your not just your members, but your advisors at your regional level too.
Definitely. Okay, so these were some tips for the advisors, but now we're going to move on to some tips for new chapters themselves. And so my first question is, what's the best way to recruit members when starting a chapter?
Yeah, this is a tough one for me because we've never had this problem at Tucker. I mean, you know, we're a big school, and I go to the regionals and states, and I see these like 3-member TSAs, and I'm like, how does this even happen? I guess it is just a matter of tradition. Like if it's existed before, it'll exist again typically. So I was very lucky that I was sort of like grandfathered into a system to a tradition of TSA in the area. Tucker didn't have one.
Yeah.
But Henrico has a strong TSA throughout its mini schools. So I don't have experience recruiting, really.
Yeah. I think it was mostly like definitely the students definitely had to go around, ask people like, join TSA. But I think in the end, once we had the foundation set, people wanted to be a part of it.
I will say,
just the first year though, when it literally wasn't a thing.
Well, I mean, you have to make people aware.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's number one. I would say teachers, advisors, you're in a special position here because, I mean, we're sort of incentivized to incorporate TSA challenges and TSA rubrics into our material, into our curriculum. And that's a perfect opportunity to plug the club itself. I mean, if you tailor your projects in class to the standards of TSA, then you're preparing them halfway already.
Exactly.
Then you just have to let them know, hey, this is actually a real competition that you can win in your region.
And I think that's a really good way to motivate them to show them that they have the skill, they have it unlocked.
That's what
do it.
You know, all the classes like Woods and robotics and engineering and stuff like that. I mean, if you think about it, those are a way to sort of vet, sort of like test the potential of these students and test their passion. Like, are you someone who wants to do this at a competitive level?
Definitely. So, how can chapters get more involved at the regional and state level?
I mean, I hear they're always looking for judges.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I said, it's I say there's no. I mean, there is an app, of course, but a lot of this is done by people in real time, so it's not automatic. So they always need people to help just do the processing part of things. And it's like, if you're someone who knows tech, if your kid was going to a competition, wouldn't you want an informed person to judge?
Definitely. So my final question for tips for new chapters is, what advice do you have for making TSA fun and not overwhelming for beginners?
Yeah, so I mentioned this before. The overwhelming part is kind of like, it's all kind of in your head. Like, the thing is, when you see the kids, look so excited about something, and I've had to break hearts. You remember this?
Yeah.
So, like, you never want to be that person. So, for a newbie, it does kind of feel like life and death sometimes. But it's not, okay? Especially, like, what the kids are asking. Like, going to TSA, doing the competitions, it's really just wholesome scholastic recreation. That's ultimately what it is. It's like, it's a time for these students to make connections and prove themselves in a controlled, safe environment. If that sounds too scary, then I don't know how I can help you anymore. It's like, it's just fun.
It is fun on its own.
I don't know why we'd be afraid of fun. Teachers do have a lot of obligations, and sometimes it's like, oh, what's this thing? Yeah. But it's like, this is one of the only things a teacher can do, where you're not just doing a routine.
Yeah, like in an educational
sense. You really don't know what's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen. You don't know. So, I don't know. It's just a little more human than just walking into a classroom and just giving
Definitely. And for our final section, what do you hope new chapters or advisors will gain from TSA this year?
This is the same lesson. Every time you do it, you hope you get a little better at it. You hope it becomes less scary. Because, I don't want to talk a big game. I still have a ton of stressors when it comes to TSA about, I don't know if I can do this, or I don't know if I'm going to do it right, or it's like, what is this going to entail? But that's okay. Because every year the picture gets a little clearer. And that's exactly what you want. So that's what I hope to gain. I just hope to gain a little bit more confidence, a little bit less fear, and a little bit more trophies, if I can say that. Is that too gaudy? No, I do want some more trophies.
Yeah, okay. I want to see some more trophies
That's
too.
Good.
This is just a question on the spot, but what do you think J.R. Tucker TSA is going to look like once all the seniors have graduated?
You know, I really don't know. You guys have a unique attitude.
Yeah.
Which, can I say we're going to look nerdier? Is that okay to say?
I guess.
Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I do think right now we've got a lot of positive edge. Does that make sense? And I'm not saying our edge is going to get weaned off. I don't know. I want to be proven wrong by the next generation. But I'm
Definitely.
like, right now, we're kind of at like our peak because we still have some of the people from the original.
The OG.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put pressure on our new people.
Live up to the expectations, newbies.
Yeah. It's not pressure. It's motivation. You know?
Yeah.
It's like I would love to be. You know, if we can find people better than you guys, like that's great, right? Isn't that what you want?
Yeah.
Now?
I hope to come back to Tucker one day and see like the entire window of trophies full.
I know. It's not a wall of trophies.
It's not a wall yet.
It's a picket fence of trophies. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Penton, for being here today. It
cool.
means a lot, and I hope our viewers have gained something from this podcast episode. And this is our first one, so just bear with us if it wasn't the best.
It's only
but
gonna get better, right?
Yeah, exactly. The main lesson we learned.
I'm sorry.
All right. Thank you so much. And be on the lookout for upcoming updates within your region, within the state, and within your school. Thank you so much, and have a great day, everyone.